If you camp with a portable toilet, travel with kids, or go on long camping trips, you can appreciate the value of a little bit of privacy, whether it's using the bathroom, having a shower, or simply getting changed out of the weather and elements. So today I'm giving you the ultimate buyer's guide covering everything I wish I knew about shower tents before I built my current setup. And in specific, I'm going to compare the vehicle-mounted shower awning tent to the standalone Ensuite like this Joolca double. Now you might be thinking that the clear winner is going to be the vehicle-mounted shower tent. Faster, easier, and more convenient. And I thought the exact same thing. But having now used both styles, believe me when I tell you, it couldn't be any further from the truth. Let me show you what I mean. First up, marketed as the fastest, easiest, and most convenient way to get privacy, the vehicle-mounted shower awning tent. They usually mount to the side or the back of your vehicle, sometimes on a swing arm. And whilst they do come in many different brands and styles, they all basically operate in the same way. It's bolted to the car in a vinyl case. You unzip it, the entire unit just folds out, nice and easy. Option 2 is the standalone Ensuite, specifically for this video, the Joolca double Ensuite. This takes a completely different approach. Instead of bolting to your car, it has its own frame, pegs, and guy ropes. Pretty much its own little tent. You get the freedom to set it up anywhere you like and you get substantially more space, but you would also assume that it's going to take a lot more time to set up and pack away. For disclosure, I did buy both of these tents with my own money, and there are no affiliate links in this video. Therefore, my recommendations are purely to help you make the right decision for yourself and for your own build. With that out of the way, let's get straight to business and put these two tents head to head to see which one is better. Starting off with the practicality and ease of transport. Depending on the brand of your vehicle mounted tent and whether you go for the single or double Joolca Ensuite, both styles are pretty similar in physical size when they're packed away. The vehicle mounted tent is slightly heavier, especially when you factor in the heavy duty mounting brackets that you're going to need. And this makes sense because the entire weight of the tent has to be supported by those L brackets. But that's really where the similarities end between these two different tents. The advantage of the vehicle-mounted shower awning tent is that it's mounted externally, so it doesn't take up any storage space inside of your vehicle or canopy, other than the base of the tent if you prefer to use it. Because it's permanently mounted, you don't have to physically carry it around anywhere, and you don't have to pack it away in the garage after your trip. It just sits there on the side of the car ready to go. The Joolca Ensuite, on the other hand, while you can absolutely strap it to the roof rack for transport, it's going to take up space inside of your vehicle or canopy if you choose to carry it internally. But this is where it also has an advantage. Because the Joolca isn't permanently mounted to your roof, you don't have to worry about having a roof rack. And if you already own a roof rack, you don't have to worry about staying within that load rating. It's also not going to hurt your fuel economy by ruining your aerodynamics, which is a real issue these days with the cost of fuel. So in this category, I have to call it a tie, giving them 1 point each for transportation. From a pure transport point of view, the car-mounted shower tent is easier. But if you own a vehicle with a limited roof load rating or you simply don't have roof racks, you can't use it. The Joolca Ensuite, on the other hand, you can easily transport inside of the car, and it doesn't depend on your car's hardware at all. Very strong benefits to each style with very different limitations, so the score at the moment is tie at 1-1. Moving on to the ease and speed of setting up and packing away, and this was the single biggest factor that held me back from trying a standalone tent for so long. You would assume, like I did, that the vehicle mounted tent is the clear winner here, and there's definitely some truth to that on paper. Depending on the features of your car mounted shower tent, you just unzip the cover, loosen the Velcro straps, swing the frame open, and you're done. My old kick-ass shower tent was ready to go in about 30 seconds, which was fantastic. But the reason it was so fast was simply because it didn't have many features. It didn't have a base and it didn't have a roof. So once you pick a model that has a roof and a base, setting it up takes much longer, even without pegging it down. And packing it away is also a bit more fiddly, and a lot of this comes down to your height and the height of your vehicle. Reaching up high to pack it all away while standing on a stepladder or a stool is not exactly comfortable. The Joolca Ensuite, on the other hand, genuinely surprised me in this category. For years, I was turned off by the idea of fiddling around with separate poles and clips and guy ropes. But as you can see, this is the first time I set this tent up, and in typical fashion, I didn't read the instructions. I didn't even know it had a cardboard box inside it because I never opened up the zipper until I started shooting this video. And it was incredibly easy and quick to set up. It literally popped out in seconds. The frame, the roof, the floor base, and everything else are already attached as a single unit. So all you have to do is fold it out, extend the poles, and everything else is done. If it's windy, you peg it down and secure it with the provided guy ropes. Because it relies on its own rigid freestanding frame, it's also surprisingly sturdy in heavy wind. Packing it away is just as straightforward, and you can do it very comfortably on the ground. And this was a completely unexpected outcome for me in shooting this video. Plus, if you have someone helping you, two people can make setting up and packing away the Joolca even faster, where I really wouldn't want anyone helping me with the car-mounted shower tent because it's just going to make it more likely for one of us to pinch our hands or fingers in the swing arms, and they're just going to get in the way and slow me down. So this point goes to the Joolca Ensuite for speed and ease of use. Moving on to the practicality of using these tents, and this is where the major differences between the two styles become really apparent, and this is where the bulk of the value of this video lies. The exact same benefit of the vehicle-mounted shower tent attached to your car actually becomes its major flaw. The only way to position the tent on your car is to position the entire car or trailer, and this creates some challenges that I have experienced firsthand. Generally speaking, most people are probably going to mount the shower tent on the opposite side of the car to their primary fit-out, and this is for two reasons. From a physical mounting perspective, it's going to be much harder to mount the shower tent on the same side as your main awning, because that part of the roof rack is already being used or it's going to be blocked when you open up your 270-degree awning. And if it is possible to mount it there, you're going to end up wasting some very important sheltered space that you can use for your camping setup. You also have very little privacy if you do it that way, because you don't really want to go to the toilet right beside a table full of your mates having beers. Probably going to make for some funny stories later on that night, but it's going to be very awkward. So most people just end up mounting the shower tent on the opposite side of the car to where you're going to be setting up for your camping trip. It's going to be more practical and give you more privacy. And this is where the big problem is with roof-mounted shower tents. In perfect weather, and if you're camping without anyone else around you, this is not a problem at all. However, in bad weather, you generally park your car or trailer in a position to block the main area from the wind, meaning that your shower tent is going to be on the opposite side, the side facing the full force of the wind. And because these shower tents don't use supporting poles like 270-degree awnings do, the entire weight of the shower tent is being supported by the mounting brackets, so you can't tie them down either, and your car-mounted shower tent becomes completely unusable in medium to strong wind. The next issue is also privacy. If you position your car to give you the best privacy for your main camping area, you're effectively exposing the shower tent to the exact opposite. Everyone in the campground is going to see you go in to do your business. Finally, the tent is not movable, so if you're going to be camping away from your car or trailer, you can't take that shower tent with you. The Joolca Ensuite, on the other hand, can easily be moved anywhere you like. You can pick it up even after it's been set up and simply relocate it to a more private position, a more convenient position, or even a spot that's better for the wind. This for me is the absolute biggest benefit of this style of shower tent, because we've been on many camping trips in the past where we couldn't use our vehicle-mounted shower tent because of the wind. And this meant that we had to put our portable toilet inside of our main annex tent, which was not a private or pleasant experience at all. The Joolca Ensuite is far more practical in most situations than a vehicle-mounted shower tent, and the only advantage that the car-mounted shower tent has is if you're literally going to be doing a very quick stopover, you need a quick shower, you need a quick bathroom visit, and then you can just pack it away straight away in good weather. So this point goes to the Joolca Ensuite for practicality, bringing the total score to 3 points for the Joolca, 1 point for the car-mounted shower tent. The last section is value for money. How much are you getting for your hard-earned cash? Vehicle-mounted shower tents vary in price considerably. They can be less than $100, for example the kick-ass shower tent that I made an earlier video about, or around $300 to $400 for something similar to this Sun's Adventure 4x4 shower tent, which is now discontinued. They can, however, from my research, cost well over $1,500 for some other brands. But they all share one similar requirement. They all need to be mounted. For most people, that means a roof rack or roof bars, which adds considerably to your overall cost. Also, as I shared in my Kick-Ass review video, yes, the tent can cost less than $100, but you have to spend more on it to get stronger mounts, You have to buy a roof and a base, and that quickly adds up in price. In comparison, something like this Joolca Double Ensuite costs less than $300, and it's going to cost you even less for the smaller single ensuite. From my research, the most expensive, largest portable ensuites, which are massive, are still well below $600. But at what point does that become a little bit absurd to use something so massive for a portable toilet? It might as well just be your main tent that you sleep in. Either way, the standalone Ensuite shower tent is cheaper than an equivalent vehicle-mounted shower tent, and it doesn't need a roof rack or any other mounting provisions. For $299, this Joolca Ensuite gives you everything you need, plenty of windows, vents, bags, and holders, and it's incredibly well designed and built so you don't need to spend another single dollar. You also have two dedicated areas inside of this Ensuite, one for the toilet and another one for a shower or a change room, which is very convenient. Value for money, the clear winner here is the Joolca Ensuite. You spend less, you get a lot more. And this makes the final score 4 points for the Joolca and 1 point for the vehicle-mounted shower tent, which is completely not what I expected when I started doing this video. Overall, the Joolca Ensuite is vastly more versatile as a shower tent, but despite the clear score difference, there is a reason I still have my vehicle-mounted shower tent on the Land Cruiser and why I'm not planning on taking it off anytime soon. If you travel frequently for short stays, mainly to isolated private camping locations, and if you have a dedicated touring vehicle, you travel solo or just as a couple with your partner, the car-mounted shower tent is going to be perfect for you. You're probably not going to set it up all the time because you might have enough privacy most of the time without it, but when you do need to set it up, it's there to quickly use and then pack away without having to go through the hassle of taking things in and out of the canopy. However, if you travel as a family, you go to busier campsites and you stay longer at camp. Also, if you don't have a dedicated camping vehicle and you need the versatility and simplicity, the Joolca Ensuite is going to be the one for you. You're going to have a lot more privacy, a lot more space, and most importantly, a lot more flexibility. To give you an example of what I mean by flexibility, imagine a family of 5 trying to have a shower. You can take the Joolca Ensuite, set it up right beside the river, use the Joolca hot tap hot water system to draw water directly from the river so you can get everybody cleaned up comfortably. After the shower is done, you can simply pick up the Ensuite and move it back to your campsite if you need to. In my case, however, I now have the best of both worlds, a shower tent mounted to the Land Cruiser and the Joolca Ensuite for when we camp as a family. I think this combination is absolutely perfect because both setups complement each other. If you are new to camping or if you don't have a shower tent yet, my advice to you is to invest in something like the Joolca Ensuite first, and as your experience develops, you're going to be able to decide if you need a vehicle-mounted shower tent. You're not going to regret the flexibility and the convenience of the Ensuite, but you might realize that you don't need a vehicle-mounted shower tent after you use it. And you're really going to be surprised at how easy it is to set up and pack away. Let me know in the comments below, what are you currently using and how have you been finding it? Also, be sure to check out my next video to see the current build in more detail.